we're back. Sorry about the signal loss. And now in focus. The program has not started yet. There are sign-up sheets going around. As you can see, everyone is in focus. Let's see what happens out.
Okay, I think we will begin before the fire marshals come in here and throw us out.
Oh, maybe he might be interested.
Just a couple housekeeping points. For those of you that aren't familiar with the building, or even those who are, the restroom is just right out the door, very close here if you need it. And there are on the back table, somebody's actually piling things on those old papers. They'll be horsewhipped if I catch them. There are some memorabilia there, some newspaper articles and things related to Bishop Dingman, and you're very welcome to look at those afterwards. My name is David Polich. I am currently pastor at Catholic churches in Osceola and Grand River and Mount Ayr and several counties in Missouri. And
Kicking those afterburners.
From your right, I'll introduce our panelists, and they can expound on their credentials as they share their connections with the bishop in years past. Chuck Ryan had the honor, and we had the honor of him serving the Catholic Diocese of Des Moines as a rural life director during the time that Bishop Dingman was here. So we're really happy that he was able to come from Dubuque to be here with us. Sister Marilyn Jean Hagedorn has worked in many capacities of ministry, particularly in Des Moines. She has been incredibly active in social justice issues locally and with her community, the Sisters of Humility. Ron Roseman is fresh off of the front page. Was part of a panel discussion hosted by the Des Moines Register yesterday. He and his wife Maria are Shelby County farmers, have won many awards, and they're certainly cutting edge in many areas. Unfortunately, a couple of other people that we thought were going to be here were not able to make it. Brother David Andrews, who used to be the head of the National Catholic Rural Life Office out of Des Moines here, has some health issues and could not come. Father Bud Grant, who teaches at St. Ambrose University, likewise was unable to be here. And several others really wanted to come but could not. Sister Gwen Hennessy, Sister Myra Mosel, who co-authored the biography of the bishop, several others. But this is an incredible group. It's a great homecoming for some of us, and good to have you here. What we will do tonight is to first of all give the folks up here an opportunity to talk about their experience with Bishop Dingman, and then secondly, at least for a couple who are up here, to expound on Dingman's work in the areas of rural life, which is certainly the centerpiece of our coming together. I think we might have some time to open things up for some comments from the floor, although I do that with fear and trepidation, because we could take any 50 people here and put you up on the table and pretty much have the same quality tonight, I think. But we do want to give you a chance to share. But then finally, to talk a little bit about, given Bishop Dingman's vision, what would that say to us today about the issues that are on the table today? So that's the plan, and if we hold to it, I'll be amazed. Particularly for those of you that maybe were not familiar with Morris J. Dingman, I'm going to just give a very brief bio. He was born in 1914 on a farm outside of St. Paul, Iowa, which is down in southeast Iowa, I believe, Lee County. Is that right, Carmen? Okay. Studied for the priesthood for the Catholic Diocese of Davenport and was ordained in December of 1939. He worked in the diocese there, held several important positions, until the time that he was chosen to come to Des Moines, be ordained a bishop for the Des Moines Diocese, which took place in the spring, I believe, of 1968. And as many here know, in the Catholic Church, that was a time of transition. It was 3 years after the end of the Second Vatican Council. So he was involved in a lot of liturgical reform, a lot of spiritual renewal. He was noted as somebody who was very much connected with the ecumenical community in Des Moines and throughout Iowa in particular. His life took him to a lot of places that he would have never planned. He was a champion of prison reform, issues related to nuclear arms, Latin America, and many other things as well. In 1981, he took part in a rally for jobs and human dignity, and he said this: "I cannot permit myself the luxury of not speaking out." And that certainly was typical of him in so many ways. He was a man of the church very much, and for him the church was the people of God. He suffered a stroke in 1986, which incapacitated him and led to his needing to resign as bishop here, and he died almost 6 years later in 1992. So that gives those of you that may not have known him a little bit of a framework as we talk about who he was. And I'm going to ask Sister Jeannie Hagedorn to begin to share with us her experience as a bishop.
First, I'd like to share with you a picture that I have of Bishop Dingman from 1981, and this is very, very special to me. One of the benefits of, after 20 years going through my files, was I ran across a paper that I had written about my memories of Bishop Dingman. And so I decided to just take some excerpts from that, but I'd like to kind of summarize them in 6 qualities that, for me, stand out about Bishop Dingman and his life.